Today I'm going to answer some of the questions I was asked from all of you guys. I was kind of thrown off by how many questions I received. I thought I would have maybe 4 or 5. The last time I did this I was probably a lot less subscribers, but I just didn't have that many questions, or they were a lot of the same repeats. But I don't think I've had one repeat, and I have a ton of questions. So this may be like a 2-part thing because I have a feeling I'm probably going to get more, but I'm going to try to answer as many as I can today. Sorry if I'm interrupted. We have one extra kid today. My kids are all playing and screaming and yelling. I'm sure you can hear them in the background, but it's summer, it's fun, you know, they can do whatever. So let's jump into these questions. So for my first Instagram, it's from Drew Bell's mom, and she said, "Did you always know that you wanted 4 kids, or did it just happen? I have 2, and lately I've been wishing we could have another one. You do mommyhood great and seem to have a good handle on things. I really don't. I admire your realness and look forward to your videos. P.S. Have fun at Hallmark's open house this weekend. I just spent days getting ready for it at work, put my ornaments aside. Thank God for layaway. The Disney and Marvel ones are great this year. Do you have your list ready?" First and foremost, of course I have my list ready. A lot of our ornaments this year are Disney. I didn't really find that many from the typical collections that I normally get, which is kind of funny. But yes, we are totally ready for the Hallmark premiere. I'm actually going to vlog it. I'm so excited. For me, it's like a sign that Christmas is here. I've been watching Hallmark movies all week. I've been like itching to watch Vlogidays vlogs from like other people that I love. Like I'll rewatch their Vlogidays vlogs. So totally ready for that. As for 4 kids, no. I originally did not want any children. I did not want kids at all. So needless to say, Trevor was a surprise. I will say at the time, I really wasn't in a position to be settling down or anything like that. Like I was really going with my career. I had the ability to really make it up high through like a corporate type job. I was just so into that. And then brakes got put on all of that, and I just dove deep into motherhood. I remember laying in my mom's bed crying with her, and the next day we went shopping and started getting maternity clothes and baby clothes, and it just turned my world upside down. And after I had Trevor, within a few months, I decided that I didn't want to just have one. So we started trying for Aubrey around the time Trevor was 4 to 5 months. And we tried and tried and tried, and I actually did not get pregnant. I found out I was pregnant with Aubrey on Trevor's 2nd birthday, which was in December. So we had Aubrey, and then we were like, we still aren't sure. And then we bought our house, and I'm like, yeah, I think we want one more baby. My husband's job was going great. Things were going fantastic. We were remodeling our house. We were thinking, yeah, I think we kind of want to have another one. Not quite sure. This was around Christmas time we were having this conversation. And lo and behold, I found out I was pregnant with Casey on February. Yeah, it was Valentine's Day. It was the day before Valentine's Day. And I truly did not think I was pregnant. I just felt off. And a girlfriend of mine just went and took a test, and I was pregnant. It threw us all off because we wanted to get pregnant around the time Casey was due, but it came a little bit early, and we were thrilled nonetheless. So then my husband lost his job when I was about 6 months pregnant with Casey, so we had the entire summer with my husband off. I was very high stress. I was going in and out of labor, and at that point we said, you know what, this isn't worth it, because I was going in and out of labor with Aubrey in the end too. With Casey, I ended up being put on bed rest, as much as someone can be put on bed rest. In return, we found out that a lot of the things Casey has can sometimes be related to high-stress pregnancies and going into labor and things like that. So we kind of put, you know, the hold on it. And so my husband got a job. We were really trying to bounce back. He had a job, but it was a low-paying job, and it took him about 2 years to get back to where he is now. But then, you know, when you're behind for so many years, it almost took us another year of good pay to like get to the point that we were stable again. And we kept saying, you know, I wanted another baby. My husband said, you know, if money was great, he would love to have another baby. So my husband, you know, had said that he wasn't sure or whatever, and I had lost a lot of weight. I lost about 50 pounds, and I got pregnant. Totally not planned. There was literally one time that month that it could have happened, but we say it was meant to be. We wouldn't trade Evil Ellie in for anything. She's, you know, she's completed our family, and I would love to have more children. I would love to be like a surrogate for somebody, but financially we just can't afford any more kids. And we are at the point of our life where, you know, we have older kids. You know, Trevor's getting ready to go into like a pre-middle school type of school. Aubrey's in school. Casey's going to school. It's like we need to be able to, you know, start saving money for cars and college and proms and all those things. And having babies are expensive, and that's just, I'm pretty sure we're done. You know, who knows? Maybe in a few years down the road we may say, okay, things are a little bit more stable, we can have one more. But for now, we say no. My next question is from My Disney Life. It says, which parade do your children enjoy the most? Your favorite Disney park mountain and your favorite restaurant at every park, and what restaurant do you overall like at Disney World? And would you consider doing the Disney tag? I did do the Disney tag. However, I think it's changed. I was actually thinking of asking the kids if they wanted to sit down with me this week and do it again, because now that it's like fresh in their mind, I think that their answers might be different, especially because Aubrey got really brave this time. Okay, so our parade. I'm not sure which one the kids enjoy more. I really do think that they really enjoyed that parade, the Festival of Fantasy, the 3 o'clock parade. They really all did enjoy that. There was just so many characters. It was so bright and vivid, and the music was changing, and it totally kept their attention. So I think that they would really like that. Casey really enjoyed the little parade. Like it used to be the Move It, Shake It. I don't know what it is now. But he really liked being able to dance with like Woody and Jessie and all of them. And I have video on our first trip of him dancing with them, and he really enjoyed that. For me, it's the electrical parade. I love that parade. I did it twice this past trip. No, once this past trip, once the last trip, and then we also did the Booty You the last trip. And I just think that their nighttime stuff is just so cool. And I mean, the nighttime parade, the electrical parade, is very old-fashioned. It's probably very out of date, but I love it. It's just so classic, and just I really, really enjoy that. As for the mountain, the only mountains I have rode, so it's what, Space, Splash, and Big Thunder. I've only rode Big Thunder. I don't generally enjoy being wet. I typically wear jean capris all the time in Disney, and so I've never rode the other ones. But I told my husband the other day, actually, I really, really want to conquer my fears and ride all of them this trip, where I think we have Aubrey getting on rides, because Aubrey rode Big Thunder last time too. I think that I really want to conquer my fears and do it and just get over it. And I'm a big wiener, like I am. Like, I am afraid of stuff. I'm not afraid of it. I just hate that feeling in your stomach. But so for now, it's Big Thunder, but I really want to try to ride them next year. Aubrey rode Big Thunder this time, and she loved it. Casey rode Big Thunder both times. Casey tried to ride Space this year, and he was just a little bit too short. But for sure, next year, I will be able to say which one is my favorite, because for now, I've only rode Big Thunder, and I love Big Thunder. Favorite restaurant at every park? Hands down, Be Our Guest in Magic Kingdom. I think it's the only good place to eat there, really. We love their lunch. We love their dinner. I would say don't kill yourself over getting a dinner reservation. Yes, it's good food, but man, we sat down for, I think it was our anniversary. We ate lunch there, and it was so good. We just really love the quick service. It's not really a quick service price, but the quick service, you know, the ability to get in and out, and it is lower than paying for dinner. And you know, you get, I think that the gray stuff cupcake is far better than the gray stuff for dinner. And it's so nice to sit down, free refills on your drinks. Just hands down, that's my favorite at Magic Kingdom. At Animal Kingdom, this time we fell in love with Yak and Yeti, not the restaurant, the quick service. It was really good. I had the chicken, like the chicken rice meal, and I split it with some of the kids, and then we had some rice and we had egg rolls, and it was so good. Like, I honestly still crave it. Like, that's weird. The last time we ate at Flame Tree, and I wasn't a fan of Flame Tree at all. We would like to try the Tusker House breakfast because we want to have that character meal. But for sure, Yak and Yeti is hands down my favorite there. And I mean, you could go there and spend a couple snack credits and be stuffed. And they're awesome there. Like, the only thing is you do need to get there early because of the seating. That was our only issue with there. Epcot, I haven't found a place that I'm totally in love in love with at Epcot. I would say for now, it's probably Mexico. I really did like the nachos. If you get nachos and a margarita, it's like you're good to go. But so far, we haven't found that one place that we've loved. And we've eaten at a lot of places in Epcot. And then Hollywood Studios. See, that's a toss-up. We loved Mama Melrose, and it does not have, like, it's not like a hugely popular place, but the food was so good. The environment was so nice. It was so nice to kind of get out of Disney for a minute. Like, it was just a regular restaurant. And if you get the Fantasmic dinner package, you get a free appetizer. Every single person gets an appetizer, and that was kind of cool to have too. The spaghetti and meatball cupcake is so cute and so good and huge for the kids. We also really loved Pizza Planet. It's really cool if you have a Buzz Lightyear fan, a Toy Story fan. It's fairly affordable for Disney, and you know, you can get in and out. The environment's cool. It's just a really neat little place to eat. As for favorite restaurant, I would say T-Rex, not because of the food, but T-Rex because that's something that we've done every trip. My kids look forward to it. My kids have already asked if we're going again. It's like our Disney tradition, and that's why we love it so much. And their like desserts are on point. They're really good. What else did she ask? Yeah, so that's it for that. Summer Ray asked, tell us about the chickens. I was surprised when I heard you had some. If you had a U-Day, no kids, no hubby, what would you do? Chickens we got quite a few years ago, probably 5 to 6 years ago. We got them at a time when Casey was having a lot of food issues, and we were really trying to save costs and eat very organic and, you know, very clean eating for him. And it was just a way to get a lot of eggs for really cheap, give the kids a pet, because at the time we had gotten rid of our dog that we just could not keep up with, and my neighbors had them, and it just seemed easy, and it is. They're out there right now. They're running around the yard, but my husband built a coop from like pallets and spare wood. So the chickens, they're just so easy to care for, and you get a ton of eggs. We get 7 eggs a day in the summer, and it's just really easy. You know, every now and then you gotta kind of clean poop out of the coop, and that's really all we have to do. It's really painless. It gives the kids a pet, so to say. They're really great with the kids. There's a few of them that want nothing to do with the kids, but most of them will let the kids pick them up. They are very tolerable of the kids. The only thing is you get attached to them. You know, we've had a few that have gotten killed by weasels. We've had hawks. The other day I had a hawk sitting on the chicken coop. You know, you have things like that and you don't realize it, but you get attached to them. You know, we had one that the kids called Awesome, and it died, and they were just so upset when it happened. But we've gotten babies 3 times now, and I would say that's the only crappy part is when they're babies. You have to have them in your house, under lamps. You have to really just kind of baby them for about 6 to 8 weeks, depending on how quick it gets hot outside for your, you know, neck of the woods. So that's the only painful part, but I mean, to get fresh, organic eggs every day, like, it's hard for me to buy regular eggs at the store because they just don't taste as good in my opinion. And then she asked if I had a U-Day. In all honesty, I don't think I've ever had a U-Day at the house. Like, I'll go out for mom's night out, and then I was trying to think, the last few times that I've gone out alone, it's been, I went to my girlfriend's house to try on my bridesmaid's dress, and then we went to Staples and we walked around Hallmark because she had to go mail something off, and we just kind of hung out, you know, just walking around. Around Christmas time, I went Christmas shopping with a girlfriend of mine. In all honesty, I don't get a lot of me time, so I have no idea what I would do. I would probably like to get up and actually like straighten my hair, take my time with my makeup, get dressed, maybe walk around some stores, get a coffee, you know, maybe sit in a coffee shop and like do some uninterrupted like internet browsing or something like that. You know, it's not really, I just don't have me time, and in all honesty, I don't know what to do with myself when I am alone. You know, there have been a few times when, say, my mom has a kid, Jeff has a few kids, Ellie's napping, I'm like, what do I do with myself? I'm a mom, and I just don't get that time. I'm sure all moms, you know it. I mean, I'm pretty sure soon, you know, the kids are getting older and they're pretty soon not going to want anything to do with me, and then it'll be a different story. But it's, you know, I just do the typical stuff, shopping, maybe some gardening, hanging out with girlfriends. You know, the time that you get, you know, I see my girlfriend once a week now in the summer, but we also have 7 kids with us, so it's like we're not really getting to sit and talk or do anything like that. Michelle E. I'm not going to even try to pronounce your last name. She says, yay, Q&A. I have 2 if that's all right. Of course it is. So, number 1, if you could take a family vacation anywhere in the world, where would you go? And my number 2 is, what food allergies do you deal with in your family, and how does it affect your shopping, if at all? Honestly, if we had to go on vacation anywhere, it would be Disney. But we would like do Disney like in a monorail resort with the table service dining plan. Actually, we would do like the biggest dining plan so that the kids could get whatever they wanted. And we would have like the personal guide that can come around and you just walk on any ride you want. You don't have to worry about fast passes or planning or anything like that. You know, we'd be able to ride the monorail every day, and we would fly, because that's something my kids really want to do again, is fly, but flying is expensive with 6 kids, and like get the kids night out thing, and hubby and I go and maybe like drink around Epcot, do those like behind the scenes things. Like Disney is it for us. I really wish that it wasn't. You know, I've traveled to California, I've traveled to Puerto Rico, I've traveled throughout the United States a little bit, but in our stage of life with kids and stuff, it's Disney. Like my husband and I have our 10-year anniversary next year, and we were thinking of what we wanted to do, and we both said Disney. Like, how big of nerds are we that we both want to go to Disney? But then we can't go to Disney without our kids, so it's like, really? You know, I'd also have like someone come and help us with the kids, because that was really nice having my dad there last time. Food allergies. For right now, we don't have food allergies. We have food intolerances, because they don't want to test Casey until he's older. But Casey and Ellie have some sort of issue with milk. If they drink a full cup of milk, it's going to come out and it's not pretty. They cannot drink it straight from the cup. They have to drink almond milk. However, if I cook it into stuff, sometimes they're okay. However, if they have too much of it cooked into stuff, then they get sick again. If you guys saw Casey in Disney the last like few days, he was getting migraines. He was throwing up. He was throwing up on the bus. Horribly ill. And it's because he would get milk. And I have many days, I'd say at least once every 4 to 6 weeks, Casey is up in the morning throwing up for about 5 or 6 hours, sometimes through the night, because he's had too much milk in him. We try not to limit it, because the doctor says if you keep challenging him is the word, where you give him a little bit, it will make that go away. Because they said that, you know, he could have something like a lactate pill and that would make it go away. But it doesn't work. We haven't had them work. So, you know, we're just very careful. We know that he can't have certain type of cheeses. He can't have like Cool Whip on ice cream. He can have a very small amount of ice cream. It's really a matter of, I just have to plan our days and see how we're cooking things. Like if I make lasagna, I have a little section that has no cheese on it. If we make burgers, we don't put cheese on it. You know, just those little things to try to make sure that he's not getting too much. He only drinks almond milk and things like that. And for now, it doesn't affect our budget that much, because I just use less cheese. So if anything, it probably saves us a little bit of money. But like, I don't buy special cheeses or anything like that for him. We don't have any nut allergies or bread allergies or anything like that. I was diagnosed with some issues, and they think that I may have some intolerances to either gluten or something like that. So I've been kind of on like a low carb thing, just avoiding breads and stuff like that as much as possible. I still have them, and when I do have them, my belly, I was watching She's in Her Apron, and she calls it a gluten baby, and that's exactly what my belly does. I'm in a lot of pain. It doesn't feel good, but I like bread and I like pasta and I like all those things, so it's just a matter of in moderation.